Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner. This is my review for Ready to Love. This is season 4, episode 5. Okay, I will not be on screen today. My eyes are, I don't know if it's allergies or the weather changing, but my eyes are not cooperating today. So this will be, send a voice. But I may pop on real quick to show you I'm a live human. I'm not an avatar. But again, I have pictures and stuff for y'all. So just sit back, relax, and have a good time. Now, do not forget to also subscribe to my channel to become a whole JayBird, and all that goodness and stuff. Y'all don't just subscribe to this channel, to my secondary channel, Jaylee's Corner Talk. I will have content up on there, more content up on that channel starting Monday morning. But go ahead over there and check out the content that's already there. I want y'all to also, like the video, comment in the comment section, share, relax and release and relate and all these things and everything I've always told y'all forever. Okay? But you know what? Look, I am here, but I can't see. It's too much sun. I got the light and too much sun. It's too much light for my computer, which make my eyes hurt. I have the lights off in my apartment too. But again, see, I'm real, y'all. I'm here. I'm not an avatar and whatnot. Okay, but do not forget to also follow me on social media at Jaylee's Corner on YouTube. Girl, on YouTube. We on YouTube too, but on IG, Twitter, girl, Cash App, and also on TikTok, the talk and whatnot. Okay, let's get into this episode. Now, y'all know we interviewed nephew Tommy this past week. The interview is on Jamie That's Me channel. A great chit chat with him as far as this show is concerned. We love the conversation and kind of little inside things we got to find out. And the one thing we knew, okay, we could not say is we knew about the surprise that happened in this episode, okay? But again, let's see. First of all, he told the ladies, okay, ladies, this week the power is in your hands. So these are the ladies, those are the men, and the women will be eliminating one man, okay, this week because he is not ready to love. I was like, who is gonna be? Who is gonna be? But he also tells them that he's gonna have like a little pool party for them to get to know each other a little bit more, to mix and mingle because you need to be mixing and mingling and whatnot. Okay. Now we do see, look, this is what this is what let you know things will be afoot this episode. Why is Corey up here with his arms around two women? Okay. For what? Corey really think he's a player from the Himalayas and he isn't. Okay. But I was like, Corey, get your ass from around there. What are you doing? Okay. Now Corey brings up how he has a close um connection. Okay, he likes the most with Mumin and also with Courtney. Okay, even though he got his hands up there around Tashia and whatnot. Okay, with Tashia and Mumin. But again, he said today I have something romantic planned for Courtney. Okay, I have a romantic thing planned for Courtney, and when I have a date with me, I'll plan something romantic for her at that point in time. But today it's about Courtney. This is my thing. I don't have an issue with Corey planning something special for. I don't have an issue with Corey planning something special for Courtney, but you should not do that when you and Courtney, Mumin, and whoever else you like are all in the same circle because they are seeing what you're doing for that one person. You do not plan something special for one person in a group setting. That's just called stupidity. Okay. Now we do see Courtney is finding little love notes all around the place, okay, all around the pool party location, okay, all around on her purse, on her coat, in her by her phone. So it's these little notes that she's finding. She like, what the hell is going on here? Now most folks out we just probably Corey. We think Corey did that because she didn't know who it was. And she said she hoped it's Corey because he seems so nice. They've been talking a little bit more, and he's very romantic. Now later on, we do see her and Corey sit down or whatever, and he does tell her, "Yes, it was me. I was just letting you know how I felt about you. I got here a little bit early to, place a little love notes or whatever, and it's cute. I hope you like it." And she did. Okay, and she did. But I was like, Corey, still, you did something special. Okay, with other folks around, you may be a little bit stupid. Now we do see a conversation between Cornelius and Camille, a really small one. Okay, now they happen to be wearing the same colors. That's fine. He said it was not planned. We know that Camille is really but so attracted to Cornelius, and I do think he likes her, but he don't want her to be his wife just yet. He like, I like you, cool. We can talk, but he wants to talk and see what's going on with other people too. Now she brings up how they had a conversation, okay, and they talked about being respectful, okay, and the boundaries that they should have while moving through this process. Meaning she don't want him talking to, looking at, dealing with anybody but her. And if he do, that's him crossing the boundaries and not being respectful. Is what I feel like that conversation entailed. I don't know why Cornelius is like being scary with Camille, like not wanting to tell her, look, you're doing too much, Camille. I need you to calm on down, okay? But that's what needs to happen or whatever. Now we do see conversation between Tyrone and Shiloh, okay? And he like, look, hey Shiloh, they've been talking on the phone or whatever. And he tells her that he had a discussion about like who he likes, what his intentions are, what he wants to do. And I'm like, look, we want people, let me pop on screen real fast. I hope it don't make my eyes hurt too much. He's not making my eyes hurt too much. He did. I tried for y'all to see me, but y'all just can't. Okay. I'm like, I look crazy. Anyway, but he tells her how I said that I like Sabrina. Okay, I like Sabrina, and I can see Sabrina as my lady. However, I like Shiloh, and I can see Shiloh as my wife. And she was like, "Say what now? You said that?" He was like, "Yes, yes," and that's what I said. And she was like, "Oh, great. Yeah, I'm not there yet, but that's great." And that's what she I'm paraphrasing, but that's what she said. And in the confessional, she said, I see, I like that he's, sincere in what he's saying. I don't think he bullshitting. And he's made a choice, but I need more time to get there. I'm not there yet. Okay. But at least he's being honest with me about how he feels. He's telling other people this too. So when he goes over and talks to Sabrina, okay, and tells Sabrina, I'm saying, hey, I do like you, but I feel like Shiloh my wife. And she was like, oh, okay. But because he also said that Shiloh said, she don't know if she feels that way. Okay. And then Sabrina said, well, it might not be wise to then start cutting people off so fast when Shiloh isn't even sure if she feels the same way. Like, that's not how this should go. And I was like, right. So I feel like Tyrone cutting off uh Carrie the last episode was because he felt like he liked Shiloh more and he liked Sabrina more. But you cutting people off based on how much you like Shiloh, and even your second person saying you probably shouldn't do that because she don't feel that way. So like, it's no point in you stopping growing with other people if that other person don't feel that way just yet. But I guess Tyrone, which is doing his own thing. I think Tyrone felt I don't know if he felt like this was a race and he had to hurry up and pick somebody, or what was the reason. I didn't even do that. Or what was the reason that he moved so fast? But I feel like you probably shouldn't have did that, bro. Take some time, see what else is coming up. But we're gonna leave that be. Now Tommy then gets there at the pool party and tells everybody, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, gather round. We have a whole surprise, surprise, surprise. And the surprise was two new people. Okay, now again, we knew about the two new people in the scene, the two new people and all the things, but we knew that because we booked time for the interview. So I was excited to see them finally add in Sydney, who was 33 years old, and she's an entrepreneur, and then Sean, who was 44 years old, and he is a journalist. Now that's them two up close. Okay. Look, as she looks so tan right there, I said, look, she just came from somebody's beach. Okay. Not because she was lighter here, but honey, she got some good sun. Okay. She looks good. She looked good here too. I want to make that clear. And so did he. But yeah, so that is Sean and that is Sydney. Now for Sean, when they asked him what his job was or whatever, he said, I'm a writer, I do a little bit of acting, so they I guess they settled on he's journalist. So we're gonna leave that be. Now for the entrepreneur of Sydney, they didn't go into detail what it was for. I don't feel like pull up the packet that showed what she was doing. But again, I like them adding two newbies to the team because, as Tommy said, it makes you figure out whose connections are really, really strong, and will temptation make somebody not really want to be with somebody else. I'm like, okay, a whole curve ball. Okay, they was mixing and mingling. And at one point, we do see Sean, who was sitting with, it was Camille. I believe it was Camille, maybe Mumin and Sydney. It was Camille, somebody in Sydney, and they were all talking. But Camille felt like, oh, well, since you and Sydney, you and y'all talking, y'all can sit here and like each other. He was like, well, I'm trying to, have a group conversation. You know what I'm saying? Not just kind of focus on one person. He said like she's. I think Camille then said like, okay, you cute or whatever, or she think you cute, that's fine. And when he then said, oh well, you can think I'm cute too. Camille then said, I don't think my boo here would like that. I was like, why you keep claiming Cornelius? Hey, look, girl, look, he ain't really your boo or like that, like that, like that. But I mean, let it be, let it be, let it be. But I mean, that's on her. Anyway, so he said that rubbed him the wrong way. How she kind of like brushed him off, like, who cares about you, whatever. I mean, don't be so sensitive. But we know Camille is up at team too much about things. Now, also with Sydney knows Frank. Okay, where's Frank? No, Frank up top third from the left. Well, my left. I don't know if it's on y'all left either. But Frank. So Sydney knows Frank up there, who I always say look like a cute chipmunk. Okay, hey Alvin, Simon, Theodore. Okay. Anyway, so Sydney knows him because they have familiar. No, they have similar. No, mutual friends. Okay, so they're familiar with each other because they also both know each other through the nightlife, meaning they be hanging out at clubs. Okay, that's what it is. But again, they're finally like formally meeting on this show, even though they have mutual friends in common in the real world of it all. Okay, now we do see how Cornelius is talking with Sydney, right? He's sitting there talking to Sydney, and you see Camille back there. Like Camille kept walking back and forth behind them. So I do feel like, girl, I'm like, why aren't you stalking that man? Y'all are the same party. Why are you stalking him or letting him know I see you? I see you talking to someone else. I'm gonna make my presence known. I'm gonna keep walking by you so you can feel this energy or whatever. And I'm like, girl, look, if you have to do all of that, he ain't yours and you ain't ready to love. Because when you have to be so territorial so fast, something ain't right with you. And that goes for a man or a woman. No one should be that intrigued to want to keep preventing you from having even a conversation with someone else this quick into the situation. But that's on them. Now he see her walking back and forth, so he like, it's very awkward for me to even have a conversation because she like hawking and stalking me, whatever. So she like, I don't like him talking to her, and she's talking to me. And when I say Camille was fully upset, like I'm gonna go over there and talk to her, and I'm like, why would you go have a conversation with Sydney, who just got there, by the way? And this is a dating process show, by the way, and even her energy was so like rah rah rah. I'm gonna beat her up or whatever. Not that she will fight. I'm gonna say it was energy was what it was. And I appreciate Mumi, like, girl, calm down. Like, bring your energy down. Oh, am I high? She's like, yes. What do you do? Calm the fuck down around here. Okay. You do not have to do that. And she said, I don't like seeing my boyfriend talking. I'm like, he's not your boyfriend. Now look, I don't know if he told her he was her boyfriend. I don't think he did. I feel like in her head she think because we like each other, he my boyfriend. And so he should not be talking to anybody else. But it's really making Camille look crazy. And it's also making Cornelius look like a punk. Because he won't put his foot down and say, hey, you have to stop this because I'm going to have to try to see if I like anyone else here. I can't just only talk to you. So you can't keep doing it because it's making me uncomfortable, okay? And if it's really me and you, I will see I don't have a connect with anybody else, but I have to at least try first, okay? So I need him to, pull his pants up and be a man, okay? Now later on, when them two have a conversation, and that is Cornelius and Courtney, because she doesn't go check Sydney, she just had to talk with him, which is fine, okay? And honey, when she told him that he is a country bumpkin ass person, being naive like a dumbass, and that the other girls are like trying to entertain him, and he is failing all the tests given, and got her looking up. I said he called him a country bumpkin, and no, a naive. I said, girl, you and he looking like I can't believe it was it's the definition of, oh, that's why you single, because you can't call the dude you like a country bumpkin ass person who's being naive like a dumbass, and then making a face like the face she made. I should get a screenshot of it, but I was like, no, Camille, this ain't the way. This isn't, and it showed that she isn't really ready for this process, because you tear him down because he sat there in front of you and just talked to the new person. I was like, and then she starts crying because you're making a fool of me. He's like, no, I'm not. I'm not doing that. I would just have a comment, but I don't like it. When you, I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Please, somebody tell Camille this ain't the way, sis. Wrong road, wrong road. And I'm like, I'm more upset because I feel like I just want him to tell her, you know what, we shouldn't do this because you can't even handle, what I'm saying, this situation. How would you handle us in life if I just speak to something? You know what I'm saying? No. Mm-mm. So I wonder why she's so far into it and why he not saying you doing too much. But I do wonder if he's trying to not be aggressively oppose her actions, because that can then affect how the other women look at him. So it's weird, but I was like, no, mm-mm. And he like, I'm just worried that she's like falling too deep, too fast. Well, sir, she has. She's falling and she can't get up. Okay. Now we then see Mumi has a date with Corey, because at the pool party, she was hearing rumblings of things going on or whatever. She saw him kind of hanging out with Courtney or whatever, so she's wondering what's going on. But she said that how Tasia called her after the pool party, which is just yesterday, and tells her that Corey left love notes around the place for Courtney. Okay, and it's like, oh, really? Oh, well, that's some bullshit to me. So she's meeting with Corey to ask him, well, what's going on with Courtney? This is my issue with that. But she says that she does not want to deal with anyone who she doesn't want to build with anybody who's building with someone else. But I'm like, but that's a hypocritical comment, because we just saw you building with Walter last week. So it's weird for me to see anyone say, well, I don't want anybody else. I don't want them building with somebody else. I'm like, but that's the point of the show in the beginning. It's weird that people are so concerned with what the person doing with other people, when you supposed to be right now making connections with at least one or two people. So stop focusing on what the other person's. Focus on what you want. If you want Corey, then you should go after Corey. And then as time progresses, see, okay, what are you doing? I don't think now is the time for that. And that goes for everyone, not just Corey. We know Corey's full of shit. We know Corey ain't shit. We know Corey is a step and repeater. I mean, and for the show in general, they should not be so concerned about what that person is doing with everybody else. Anyway, but then I want the women to start making more than this one connection, because that'd be the hard part. The women make one connection, then get pissed if the one guy they want someone else. I'm like, you should want someone else too, sis, until you figure out what you want. Fuck what else you got going on. What do you want? Okay, what do you want? And it should not be Corey. Anyway, so she asked him, so I heard you put up love notes around yesterday. Okay, was you the one giving them to Courtney? And the fact that he, what I'm saying, with deflecting him in the asshole, did you see me do that? But did you see me put? And I'm like, nigga, no, she did not see you, but someone told her you did it, and you know you did. So the anger I have, of course, because I hate when someone asks somebody a specific direct question that should be yes or no, and they play around with it as if, oh, no, it wasn't. It's like, no. So now you're lying because she directly asked you. You did not want to answer because you were lying to her. What's the harm in saying yes? That was something special I did for her. But this is something I want to do special. I'm trying to grow with you both to see who I have a better connection with. And to do that, I have to woo you both. The issue with Corey is Corey does the same thing for the women. He does not have any different game. You know what I'm saying? So he's repeating the stuff to each girl who then tells the other one and they know, oh, we doing the same thing with you too. Okay, different. So, well, no, the same. Had he been doing different things and having different conversations, that's okay. But the fact that he was saying the same thing to them all is where he fucked up, okay? And when me make the point in saying she does not want to make him a priority if he's out here making others a priority. But again, that may happen in the beginning. Okay, in the beginning. So to deflect from the bullshit he's put himself in, he then said, like, look, I want you to be my parents. She's like, what? Well, that's nice because you love your parents, but what? He then said, I want to do that to see about you know what I'm saying, getting deeper, moving to the next, step in this relationship. She's like, I don't even know where you are. I don't know where you are. I don't know, Corey, or whatever. And you know what I'm saying? Um, and she asked him, she's like, well, that's great that you want me to meet your parents, but are you asking other people to do that too? And when he said, well, let's not worry about other people. Why can't this just be about me and you? Right now, you know what I'm saying, I don't ask you about what you have going on with Walter, which is a bloop, which is true. Because again, we know that she's also getting to know Walter. The issue is I don't think anything that Mumin is doing with Corey and Walter is the same thing. But with Corey, we can probably guess that the same things he's saying to Mumin, he's saying um to Courtney. And I'm like, it's just bullshit. At the end of the day, if you are on the show, yes, you do have to do what works for you and not create issues by asking the one person what they have going on with other person too soon. Okay, too soon to do all of that or whatever. But Corey was a complete asshole and he was a liar by not answering the question she specifically asked him. And I'm like, Corey, you ain't shit. Okay. Now we do see Sydney and it was Sydney, Dante, Cornelius, and Camille went on a bit of a double date. Okay, let's go with Camille and Cornelius first. So they were talking or whatever. They were talking because they both felt some kind of way about what happened before. Now Camille felt a kind of way even seeing Sydney hug Cornelius. I'm like, girl, please stop. But when they said talk or whatever, she does say, I'm sorry, I apologize for the way I acted, you know what I'm saying? It was uncalled for. Because it made them both feel, uneasy, awkward. Okay, like it was some bullshit afoot. So she does, take the steps to say, no, that was on me. I shouldn't have done or said those things or whatever. I'm sorry. I apologize. And saying he appreciates her apologies. He accepts it. But he said, you are the person I have the, best connection with. But however, I do want to make sure that I'm sure that you're who I want to be with. Okay. Now he tells us in more specific detail that, you know what I'm saying, he do feel like, you know what I'm saying, he's being held back by her actions. He doesn't feel like he has the space to even get to know the other women because of how she acts. You know what I'm saying? She has some, you know what I'm saying, is in the corner, like you can't do shit because I'm gonna get upset. And then when she gets upset, he has to help her not be so upset or whatever. And I'm like, leave her alone, because she'll be crazy. I don't think Camille at all is ready to love. I don't, because you should not act this way. If you are a mature person, you should not be jealous and possessive. Okay, that seems too much. Now we do see Sydney and Dante in a pool of balls, talking or whatever. Now they had a quick little conversation. She said she liked him, based on him talking about how he came from Chicago to where he at in DC. And he kind of did work on himself. He kind of, he just grounded himself. He's more spiritual now. He did some healing work on himself based on things he had been through in the past and how he's a different person now. I don't know that man from before, but something about him does feel calming, but something about him also feels faulty. I don't know what it is yet because we haven't seen much from him, but something does seem off to me. But that can be because I didn't like his interaction with Carrie last week. But if he likes Sydney and he shows us more of who he is, maybe I can feel something different. But right now, I'm like, I don't know, something's off about Dante and whatever. Now we do see Ashley, not Ashley, Aisha and Sean have a quick little date. But they liked each other. They had talked at the little mix or whatever, had a connection. However, he's 44, she is 38, I believe. And she does say that she likes older men. But she has teenagers. Okay, so she's like, I'm done having kids. And she's been married before or whatever. He does not have any children and he's not been married before. And so she asked him, like, well, how would you feel about, not having kids? Because I don't, she's like, I don't want more kids, and he does. Like he wants children, and so they both realize, even though they have a spark, it wouldn't be fair to either of them because if he wants kids, he may say, "Now, okay, your two kids who are like, 13 or whatever, or teenagers." Um, I may say now that I'm okay with not having kids, with having you and your girls. But who to say in a year or so I don't want children? And she feels the same, like, I don't want you to feel that way, in some time, and then I still don't want kids. So again, it's not gonna work. It's really that simple. Okay. So we then see all the ladies sitting around chatting about who they like, who they don't like, when, where, how, and why. Okay. So boom. Shiloh said that her connection is with Phil, how she likes him a lot. I like Phil too, but he don't get enough shine just yet. But I like Phil. But she also likes Tyrone. Now Shiloh say that she likes Tyrone, but she also says how she feel like, he is further along in liking her than she is in liking him. Okay. Sydney, who I don't have a picture of yet, because I didn't add her yet. But Sydney was a new person, says she has a connection with Dante and also with Frank because she knew Frank, before the show. Well, not knew him, but she knew of him based on their mutual friends and whatever. Tashia say she likes Phil too. That it's a new connection or whatever. She just started feeling it, but it's there. And then Courtney said how she, her first connections were with Cornelius and with Corey. Which of course, when she mentioned Cornelius, that does not make me feel good at all. But she brings up how Corey showed out because he wrote all these little love notes for her at the pool party. She then starts reading the notes where he had once said, how much he has a crush on her, how much she is his number one, and blah, 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 blah. Now, Mumin, like, this is some bullshit because he told me I was his number one. I'm like, yes, Corey, that's Corey's issue. Corey says the same thing to women versus just having, a bond with them. It's like, stop using the same goddamn wordage. So when Marine brings up how he also told her that she was his number one, Courtney then gets up to like, what? Did he also ask you to meet his parents? And Mumin was like, yes. And Mumin asked him, did you ask anybody else to meet your parents? And he would not answer. It means he was lying. Okay. So again, he on bullshit. Okay. So the women do not like. Sydney says she don't like Cornelius because he gave her a little brother vibe, and then she does not like Corey because Corey seems like he's a goofy ass dude, and he is. A few women all say Sean. Camille brings up how Sean told her that he's a creator, he creates things, but could not be more specific. So she feel like he ain't got no job like Tommy. I was like, that's not nice. Tommy did. Sabrina brings up how she doesn't like Tyrone because he told her he wants only Shiloh. And the other ladies feel the same way about how they don't like Tyrone, which makes Shiloh cry a little bit and feel bad because for her, it's like I like him, but because he's only picking me, it makes to where I may not be able to finish getting to know him because of how he's ostracized himself from the other women. So we then see not two of, but the two people who's in the bottom two meet up. So we seen Shiloh met with Tyrone and Courtney met up with Corey. Now, I was like, Courtney full of shit sometimes. But with Tyrone and Shiloh meet up, whatever, this was their first actual date. Even though he said that he wants her or sees her as his wife, They've never went out. They've only had conversations over the phone or whatever, and seen each other at the mixers. So she tells him that, I'm saying, I know you said that could see me as your wife and you really like me or whatever. But I would need more time to figure out like how I really feel. Like I'm not there yet, okay? But I do know that, you kind of move faster than I did. But unfortunately, okay, we come to find out that you are not ready to love right now. And she cried as she told him that and whatnot. Okay, but he was like, I get it. I understand. I would not change um anything that I did here. He's like a jolly green giant. Okay, and just I love him. Okay, but I don't think he's ready to love. I think he put all his eggs in one basket, but for no like he had no reason to cut everyone off. So he just doesn't know how to date more than one person. So that's on him. Now with Courtney and Corey, she's like, look, I am not happy about you and your antics. You know what I'm saying? I know you out here sending mixed signals because the women have told me, we've all talked, whatever, about how you are doing and saying the same thing to all of us. Okay, this on some bullshit. Now Corey's like, I don't know how I even got into this. I don't know how to get out of it either. Okay. Anyway, he like, look, I have been just, dating y'all or whatever. I know I have not been lying. You've been lying. You've been lying, or you've been lying. And he's trying to deflect. But she's like, no, we know, look, we heard your bullshit or whatever. We know you said this and this and that and this or whatever. So, we came to find out your ass is not ready to love. So they sent home 2 men. Okay. I was like, oh shit. Okay. Curveball. But I felt like that was not that they brought Shawnee in for that reason, but because it was an extra guy, it made room for an extra guy to go home. Because them two really was not into it, if you ask me. And I just feel like Corey, what the fuck? Now, even though in the scene he say, saying, it's okay. I knew it was coming. In the confession, he said, how, saying, they wrong, saying, I am ready to love or whatever, saying, the women, this is all the women that I liked would have gotten a chance to be queen of today. I'm like, the fuck, Corey, you cannot make it to where the women are queen for a day. No, you need to. Corey is full of shit. The two right people went home. We guess Corey will go home day one. Well, he's gone home on episode 5, and that's what it is. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed my review. I will be back for more reviews later on today and tomorrow. I'll probably still be off camera. But until then, have a happy Saturday. And until next time, y'all, peace.